Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Ravella Design. Today I'm going to show you how we are going to make these beautiful crochet rabbits, small crochet rabbits. You can make these as appliques, or you can use a rope and you can connect them to each other with a rope and you can use it as a garland. For any purpose you can use it. The pattern is also very easy. This project is also very nice for the ones who wants to improve herself or himself for crocheting. Pattern is easy, dear friends. In a day you can make many. Okay, let's go on how to make this. Meanwhile, please remember to subscribe my YouTube channel, activate the info bell. Please leave like remarks and make comments and share my videos for my future video tutorials. Thank you so much. Let's go on how to make this. For this project we need some cotton yarn. This time I'm going to use orange color. And then we need a hook 3 millimeters. Let me show you closely, like this. We need the scissors to cut the yarn. We need a stitch marker. We need a darning needle to hide the yarn ends. That's all what we need for this project, dear friends. I'm taking my orange color in my hand. And I am starting by making magic ring. I am doing magic ring like this. And then I am making one chain. After making one chain, I am going to make 6 single crochet around this ring. I am making one single stitch, and after making one single stitch, I am putting a stitch marker in here in order to determine the first stitch, like this, taking my stitch marker, putting it in the first stitch. I am going on making single stitches. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. This is the fifth one. And this is the sixth one. Like this. I am pulling this yarn end and closing this ring. I am pulling tightly like this. I am taking the stitch marker out. After taking off the stitch marker, I am inserting my hook in there like this. And I am closing this row totally with a slip stitch like this. Our first row is finished. Now we are in the second row. I am making one chain. After making one chain, I am going to the first following stitch and making 2 single stitch in there. This is one single stitch, and this is second single stitch. I am going to the following stitch, making 2 single stitch in there as well. This is 1 and this is 2. Going to the following stitch, making 2 single stitch in there. This is 1 and this is 2. Going to the first following stitch and making 2 single stitch in there. This is 1 and this is 2. Like this, we are finishing this row. I am going to the following stitch, making 2 single stitch in there. I am going to the last stitch and making 2 single stitch in there as well. Like this, we have 12 single stitches. As you know, we started with 6 single stitch in the first row, and in the second row we made 2 single stitch in each stitch of the first row, and as a result at the end we have totally 12 stitches. We can count together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now I am inserting my hook at top of the first stitch like this. I am making pull through, making a slip stitch and closing the second row as well. For the third row we are starting again with 1 chain and going to the first stitch, making a single stitch in there. At each row we can also use a stitch marker in order not to miss the first stitch, like this. We made 1 single stitch in the first stitch. Now I am going to the following stitch and I am making 2 single stitch in there. This is 1 and this is 2. Going to the following stitch, making 1 single stitch in there. Going to the following stitch, this time making 2 single stitch. This is 1, inserting my hook in the same stitch, and this is 2. In this row, each time we are making 1 single stitch firstly, 2 single stitch in the second stitch. Now I am making 2 single stitch. I am going to the following stitch, making 1 single stitch, going to the following, and 2 single stitch I am making. Like this, I am finishing this row. I came to the end of this row. It's been totally 18 stitches. Counting like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the last one is the 18. I'm taking the stitch marker out and inserting my hook in the place that I put the stitch marker out. Yarn over, pull through, making a slip stitch. The third row is also finished. We are in the round 4. I am making 1 chain, going to the following stitch and making 2 single stitch in there. This is 1 and this is 2. I am now in here. Now I am going to the following stitch, making a single stitch in there and going to the following stitch, making another single stitch in there. Meanwhile, it is better to put a stitch marker in the first stitch of this row. We are going to the following stitch, making a single stitch, going to the following, making a single stitch, and again going to the following stitch, making a single stitch, going to the following, and a single stitch as well, like this. Now I am going to the following stitch, making a single stitch in there, making 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, inserting my hook in the same stitch and making a single stitch. It's been like this. Now we are going to go on making single stitches. 6 times single stitch we are going to make one by one. We are now here in the stitch. I am going to the following stitch and making a single stitch in there. This is 1. One by one I will go on. This is 2. this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. I am going to the following stitch, making a single stitch again. Now making 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, inserting my hook in the same stitch, making a single stitch in there. We did the same thing what we did here. Now there are 2 stitches. One by one I am inserting my hook in there like this. I am going to the following stitch, making a single stitch in there, taking this stitch marker out. Now I am inserting my hook in the first stitch that I put the stitch marker, yarn over, pull through, making a slip stitch, and we finish the 4th row as well. After finishing the 4th row, we are making 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. After making 3 chains, we are making yarn over and going to the first stitch, making 2 double crochet in there. This is 1 double crochet, and this is the 2nd double crochet, like this. Yarn over, we are going to the next stitch, making a double crochet, yarn over, going to the next stitch, again making a double crochet, and we are going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over, going to the next stitch, making 2 double crochet in there. This is double crochet 1, this is double crochet 2. From now on we are going to make the ears. For this reason, making 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are skipping 2 stitches. This is 1, this is 2. In the 3rd chain we are making a single stitch, and we will go on making single stitches one by one till the end, going to the following stitch and making a single stitch, going to the next one, making another single stitch, going to the next one, making another single stitch. Like this we are coming to the end. Like this. Now I'm going to fix this one ear, inserting my hook in this stitch like this, yarn over, pull through, making a slip stitch. One ear is finished. For the 2nd ear we are making 8 chains firstly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are skipping 2 chains, 1, 2, inserting our hook in the 3rd one and making a single stitch, going to the following, making another single stitch, going to the following stitch, making another single stitch in there, going to the following stitch, making another single stitch in there. One by one we are making single stitches in each following stitch. One moment. Yes, we finished this as well. Now I am going to the next stitch in this 4th row, inserting my hook in there and yarn over, pull through, making a slip stitch and fixing the second ear as well. It's been like this. The project is finished, dear friends. We finished this crochet carrot applique like this. We are at the end. I made one chain and cutting the yarn like this. I cut the yarn. It's been like this. Now we are going to hide these yarn ends. For the longer one, I'm using darning needle. I'm making pull through the yarn end through the stitches. I'm making the same thing through the other side, to the opposite side, I mean. And making a knot. Like this. For this small one, I'm going to use a small size hook because it is too small for using needle. For this reason, I'm going to use a small size hook. I am cutting the yarn end. It is completely finished. This is the back side. This is the front side. I ironed it with steam ironing like this. It looks more neatly. Okay, dear friends, we came to the end of another project video. Hope you like this project. I will go on sharing this kind of video tutorials in the coming days as well. I kindly invite you to subscribe my YouTube channel, activate the info bell, and please leave like remarks and make comments and share my videos if you like this video. Thank you so much, dear friends. See you in the coming videos.